Blessing, 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 and thank you for being here again today. Yes, yes, yes. And wow, what a day. What a day. And today, welcome to a new situation, a new program, a new platform that we're going to do, that we're doing now, because I started it already today. Number one. Yes. Oh, let me get myself together here. Okay. We all have problems, situations, and circumstances and conditions that sometimes that organize, strategize, and move us into different situations that sometimes we don't want to be in. And sometimes it has an effect on us because of what it is and what it's about, right? Now, we're talking about relationships. And relationship could be togetherness or separate. But today we want to talk about more or less together but apart. Right. And this is one of the things that we wanted to bring up today about being together as a marriage, as a couple, unity, and all that stuff. As a country, even like say, we're here, I'm an American, we're a company, we're together. We're like in the past, when something came about about the country, I'm American, and everybody looked at us like, what are you, had bad situations in the country or whatever race you were, you was an American, and people looked at you up, except for a few, situations and everything. But the point of it is, you had that pride about yourself, right? And then things start to happen down the road, everything, right? But down, and even in our community, we used to have community gathering, community this and community that, and we were together. But now we're still together in the community, but we're separated. We're apart. Hey, together but apart. Wow, what kind of mess is this? You know what I mean? And this is what we're looking at round and round and round throughout the whole situation. What's going on? And one of the examples that we give about in relationship before we jump off into other phases of things is that how a couple, they can be married for what, 8, 9, 10, 12 years, 13 years, all that stuff. And then around maybe 2 years before, either before, or maybe 3 or 4 years, or whatever, okay? Here they come, uh, problems, issues. But there's no problem, issues that's outstanding. They just separate from each other. They don't talk no more. Ah, they don't have fun anymore. They don't smile at each other anymore. They're changing their attitude towards each other. All like this. They don't hate or fuss or fight like that. We talking about the normal people, not those way out in left field toxic people, right? And next thing you know, it's like both of them are cheating. Both of them, the husband and the wife. And they still doing that little thing. They come in. Uh, she parked over there with her little phone and computer. He's parked over there, maybe with a newspaper or the game or something on his phone and stuff like that. And they go to work. They're in the house, but they're not together. And that's what we're trying to get at too. And then what makes it so bad? After maybe a year, now they each one of them is cheating on each other. Each one of them have their own little situation going, and then they changing clothes, they changing this, they changing that, they looking happy enough, but not together, right? She's her makeup is expounded, expended, and everything. Her hair done, and changing clothes and everything, cologne and stuff. He's changing cologne, looking good, looking fine, and fixing himself up. He's going over, find out to where he's checking out at, right? And then, lo and behold, okay, they don't discuss it with anybody. They don't have the parents or brothers and sisters say, "Hey, what's going on, y'all? Come on now. Y'all ain't happy like you used to be, but I see that, you know, y'all fix it up and straighten it up and dressing up. What's going on? Oh, well, everything all right, everything all right, everything all right, right? Now, everything all right. There are children's involved, right? Maybe uh, teen children, maybe children about 8 or 9, 10 years old and up. What's going on, mom? What's going on, pop? And everything, dad, everyone said, no, everything all right, ain't no problem. But see, y'all not talking like you used to. You know what I mean? Y'all not happy like you used to. I can tell that there's something, a frown every once in a while. And then in that midnight hour time, y'all still not together like you used to. You know, you hear them all over the house, boom, 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 right? But now it's like you go to bed, you get up, go to work, go to bed, do this, go out of town, go. Now they start going to trips, they going this, going that, but not together. But anyway, now here we go. Situation. Here's the guillotine that falls down and chops the head off. And we're talking about the problem, the situation that coming to a head. In this house, sometimes we do things, but then eventually we have to face the consequences. Karma is a yeah, sometimes, most of the time. It'll come back, what goes around, come around. So now all of this thing happened, and guess what? The children find out about it. Your family know about it. Oh, so now you have a revenge thing. He's revenging on her, and then she's like going through some changes, suing and getting the money, and uh, don't know what to do and everything. He don't put her out, and humiliation and all this stuff. But what we're trying to tell you now, what we're trying to say now, not to tell you, but let's talk about it. Now, all of this time where y'all was used to make each other happy and stuff, and then 2 years ago, y'all stopped being friends. You stopped being happy and together and everything. You started being distant from each other. Now, may I interject on something, right? Now, we'll go with the brother first. I'm sorry, brother. You got to you the man, you the head. Now, you out there tipping and cripping and tripping, right? And you making somebody happy, and somebody making you happy. Oh yeah, you feel alive. You got a smile on your face, and you got a crown on your, all that good stuff and everything. You losing your money because you got to buy gifts and got to buy this and help with their other upkeeps, eh? And then you're hiding this, you're secretive about this and that and other, and you don't have a conscience like she does. But now she has a conscience. She might not, she might not like what's going on in the house, but she has a jealous streak. Oh yeah. Women have a little jealous. She found out that you messing around. She jealous on you, but then still she can't really say nothing because hey, the pot cannot call the kettle black, right? So now she's running to somebody that's making her ooh 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 and everything and feeling live inside and all of that good stuff. So may I ask, and not to get off in a bad language, right? But like, what the, what's going on here? When you found out that y'all started going distant, why didn't somebody step up and say something? You know what I mean? Why did he say something like, "Hey, baby, look here, what's going on? Why the quietness? Why this? Why that?" And then she just said to me like, "Yeah, we don't have any secrets. You know what I mean?" And I see that you started dressing as somebody that you know, somebody that you met, that's giving you good compliments because I compliment you. But I'm sorry, in the last month or so, things have been busy, been going out of town. I really haven't been able to give you that much attention. But see, the thing about it is like before all of this traveling and stuff goes out of town and all this stuff, he should be telling her, explaining to her about the why, the what. Baby, I'm going to be going out of town for constantly. I know that it's going to be lonesome here and everything, and it might be over a weekend or something like that. But it's going to be a place where this has a necessary situation, and if it's necessary, I know that you're with me. You know what I mean? Now, her conscience is going to say like, "Nah, I can't really mess up now because I know my husband is working his behind off for us." So this is building a situation, building a fortune, building a position, building a home and a structure, more or less an internal type structure, right? So now, so he's letting her know about what your sister. But then again, too, he have to tell that job, look at bro, you know what I mean? Look at Mr. So and so or whatever you got to do. We gotta give me some of this stuff that I can take it home and work on the weekend. But then if necessary, you have to go with these meetings and things. That's another thing. But hey, how about Jim and Joe and Mary Sue over there and so in the department? They can go too. You know what I mean? And so therefore, he can also tell her, his wife, you know what? I'm going to be going for about 4 days, and it was supposed to be ended on Friday. Why don't you fly up so we can have a weekend together? See, but we don't think like that. We don't think like we separate. We too much separate. And she like, well, then I have a meeting. Look, you can cancel that meeting. Come on, let's enjoy ourselves. And then take her out for a party. Take her out different places. You know what I mean? And then she, on the other hand, she realizes now that hey, my husband is distant. He's not giving me the dues that I'm due. You know what I mean? He's not giving me hall passes or nothing like that or whatever. But he don't pay me attention. Now I feel empty. I feel lonesome. I feel used and abused, and I feel unappreciated and all this stuff. So now she gonna have to let him know, and he gonna have to let her know that look here, things are not together. Brother. Just like one lady was saying one time before, my husband is born and he no excitement. But now in the meantime, the same guy that she talked about, she happened to discuss it in a little sewing circle, like you know what I mean? Oh well, I give her this and I give her 20 minutes, blah blah blah. Right? But brother, you doing it wrong. And this is one of the reasons why we writing this book. You know, being a better man, better husband, and a good leader. All right now. So anyway, she in turn will try to maneuver, adjust the situation. But he have to realize that this is home. This is my wife. This is my situation. I can't let this thing overshadow me because he is now for her privacy. He is now for her protection. He is now for her substantiating. You know what I mean? So this is one of the reasons why we have to really take a look, and the men especially. Think about your home. Think about the situation. We get married today, left and right, and in between, and not thinking about what marriage is all about. We're not thinking about the covenant. We're not thinking about the vows. We're not thinking about anything. But yet, still, when things go left field, oh, I got disrespected. I got this and I got that, and it shouldn't be this way. And now everything's all bad. Then you got to lose your home, lose your bank account, lose your position, lose your character, everything. So therefore, wonderful people, what we got to do now? Get it together. Before we get to that place, that's why we have that conversation up front. Talk about it, discuss things, whether you run into it or not, because one day, all that stuff you talk about today might come back to look you in the face, but now you're more or less in tune to it. And still, things just still might happen, but the idea of it is that it reduces the risk, it reduces the situation. And that's what we want to do. And this is why today, more than ever, when we have these relationships, when we have these communities, get together, have a little meeting. Yeah, you know what I mean? You say meeting somebody's house. Okay, you don't want to meet in the house all the time, but meet somewhere in a good place, a good location. Church is always good to meet there. Yeah, we can't have you meeting. Look, I'll pay for it. You know what? How much is a room gonna cost? Here's $100. If your church is so that way off left field, here I'll volunteer to give you a couple of dollars for a room so we can have a meeting with all of the parents, all of the people in the neighborhood, and come there and talk and discuss the things in the neighborhood. Talk about the children. Talk about the violence. Talk about anything and everything. And this is what relationship is all about. Unity. Why are we together? but yet and still we are apart. Each and every one of us. So therefore, wonderful people, let's stop playing these games, these mind games with each other. Let's stop being humiliating each other. Let's stop throwing each other under the bus, even. You know what I mean? So if we can satisfy someone else, why can't we satisfy each other? Why can't we love each other? Why can't we just talk with each other? Okay, so we can iron things out. Don't wait until the place where it's called emotional distances, emotional separation. Because when he is out of her heart, it is hard to get back into her heart. And then again, he can get back into her heart, but it all depends on what he's doing to get out of her heart. But women today are not like in the old days. I'm telling, keep trying to tell people this. People today are not like people in the old days. We had that unity. We can get back to it. Ain't nothing changed. The human beings are human beings. We can still act like humans, act like people, act like we got some sense in our bodies, in our spirit, in our soul. So let's stop this garbage about, okay, my this and my that, and you separate, you don't want to be bothered with nobody else. You don't know the neighbors down the street, don't know the neighbors up the street. You don't know the street over across the street. You don't know them people over there. Like, they're still your neighbors. They're still in the next block over. Yo, walk around the block, walk around 2 or 3 blocks at a time, just looking around, just just walking, taking it easy. Sometime in the summertime, people be on the porch, wave at them. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Come on, let people know that they see you, so they'll walk and they walk. You know what I mean? And sometimes you can invite them in for some iced tea or lemonade or something. Like, come on now. But anyway, let's get together as people because this world is really headed towards a disaster. And when we start to being together but separate, it's more or less how you call it, a really how you it's really bad. I'm telling you, really bad right now. But this is why let's say that we having problems with our home, but issues and stuff like that. And if you feel like, you know, you can't talk to your husband, talk to your wife, write me a little note or something. Write me a letter. Hey, hey, we'll pray over it. We'll pray about it. We'll talk about it. If you don't want to talk about this, disclose your business stuff, you don't have to. Please don't. But yet and still, there's always a generalization of something that come about where we can talk about different things, discuss different things, and then how the Lord Jesus used to do parables. Nothing in particular, but a subject matter, a subject matter. And somebody will get the message about the subject matter. So that's why we have to do, you got a problem, issue, something like that. You want to talk about it, want to pray about it, and you want to get together. Let's get together. Let's be real and for real. You know what I mean? It's no use in being so separate. So I don't want to be bothered with these people. I don't want these people. It's the attitude. And then you're talking about, oh well, I serve Jesus. No, you don't. I don't care what you say. No, you don't. All right now? Because your attitude is out there. So use affirmation. Use how you say the scriptural basics. Use those words. Speak those things that are not as though they are. Know that out of the abundance of the mouth, the heart, the mouth speaks. Speak good things. Then walk in the good light. Walk like you mean it. Act like you mean it. And be the right person, a good person. All right now? And stop all of this character assassination and all this other stuff. I just want to bring that to you. You know what I mean? Come on now. It's going to be all right. And then men, please step up. Be a man. Because we our message earlier and the number one that we did talking about how you could be of age and still unqualified, and this was happening so much and so often, thinking you all that in 2 bags of chips and three and 3 t-shirts. Uh-uh. Just because you look good, look fine, and everything, does not make you a wonderful man. Just like we always say, you can have the best tools in the world and don't know how to build a doghouse. Okay, now come on. So that's why we have to really start to get together. And then when you're talking about, well, I'm serving the Lord, this and that, and the other, well, you got to stop lying to yourself, and then be for real. When you're being for real, you'll know that you're serving Him. You'll know where you are. You'll know who you are. Yeah. So when you have that in your heart, mm, the fruit of the Spirit in your heart, boy, yeah. Because people gonna come at you, and they're gonna say things, rile you up, make you upset, so that you almost want to say something crazy. And that's when that depression starts setting in. We gotta learn how to operate those things, learn how to overcome these things. And that's why we are together. Two heads better than one. So we stop letting these things bother us, stop letting it have high blood pressure, stop giving us heart attack. Take care of our body, take care of our food, take care of nutrition. Oh, speaking of nutrition, and we're dying left, right, and in between for eating poison. Well, you know how it is. No, no, I don't know how it is. Because they've been spreading this stuff in bombing it. I mean, they're not, but how you say, injecting all these chemicals in food and stuff, and we still eating. And no wonder we started feeling bad when we started getting up in the late 60s and 70s. You know what I mean? So let's be careful of our food. And I would like to invite someone in, like if you are a nutritionist, you're a doctor, psychiatrist, because mental health is always on the run. All of this hypertension, domestic violence, all this stuff is messing with us left, right, and in between. Maybe we can't get it all out, but we can get the better, have, how I say, have a little freedom, and freedom costs. I don't care what nobody say. Like I understand where somebody like, well, let's give this way, let's give that away. When you started giving things away, guess what? You expected to pay something. Even in salvation is free. Yeah, but what you had to give up? You had to give up that mess. That's what you had to give up. Hey, no more fun, no more, no more this, and no more that. You know what I mean? But then when you're still doing it, you're still in the bad shape. So what's for wonderful people? We just want to come back on this Thursday. Aha. Relationship Thursday. And let me know. Give me some hints. Give me some things we want to talk about, discuss about in relationship. In relationship, there's so much and so much thing that's happening. You know, don't come up with something that's so deep that you need three psychiatrists to get that. You know what I mean? Because we don't get into people's head like that. We do get into people's head and their heart too. All right now. And sometimes make me feel like you want to slap them upside the head, but we don't do that. We hold back, maintain, love, keep going, keep giving, and keep receiving. All right now, and keep and that receiving is growing. Let us keep growing. Let's keep building. All right now. So with that in mind, wonderful people, I just want to bring it to you a little bit here and there, a little few minutes here. All right, that way. So like I said, you come in. If you want to share the screen, want to say something, let me know. So we'll fix it up. All right now. So take care, be blessed, and let somebody know that we just talk about these things on a Thursday, relationship Thursdays, okay? Uh, family, society, individual, relationships. All right, all that good stuff. All right, take care. Bless you, bless you, bless you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now. All right, and guess what? Love you. And thanks for being with us. Thanks for watching. All right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.